Let me know when y'all get here, because I'm ready. Y'all, I am like, first of all, I had to get myself together because I just stopped crying. I am like, I can't believe it. Like, how are you going to be the bachelor that none of us wanted and then you pull this stunt? I can't. I can't. We did not even want him. Y'all, I can't. Like, I was watching it and I was just like, this is a joke. We're going to get an update. There's going to be something else. I did not think that Ari, the bachelor that nobody wanted, was going to pull something like, how dare you? You are not Peter. How dare you? Guys, wow. Wow. Thank you. Who just said that? Who just said that? Just she said, "What you're not gonna do is act like your AARP is a catch." Thank you. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, Ari, we didn't want you. We all wanted Peter. You were something that they threw in the mix because I guess they couldn't come to like terms with Peter's contract or whatever. However, for Ari to pull a stunt like this, like he is somebody that was a catch, that was somebody that the Bachelor Nation wanted. I was just like, first of all, bro, none of us wanted you. So you have to walk a very fine line. So for him to pull this, I can't believe it. I hope he leaves the country and goes somewhere else because he can't stay here. Not in America. No, he cannot. Yes, he did. Thank you, Jess. He embarrassed her ridiculous. The fact that she was bawling. Ari had no emotion. Oh, you know what? I'm not even going to get to that. Not just yet. But Becca was sitting on that couch bawling, like in fetal position. He's sitting there staring at her like he didn't just break her heart. Are you an idiot? I couldn't believe that he wouldn't like say anything to kind of like bring her back or nothing. He just sat there and stared at her. Not an ounce of emotion for the woman who you got down on one knee for and said that you will think about her today and forever or whatever, and told her that you were not going to go forward with the wedding, especially since she had no idea. So she came to this thinking that she's going to meet her fiance, and she sits down with the dude who tells her that he never stopped thinking about the girl that he sent home. Even when he got down on one knee, he was still thinking about Lauren. I'm getting worked up, and it's not even me. I can't. I feel so bad for her. And then like she's crying. It seemed like she was crying for a very long time. He goes to the bathroom and knocks. Hey, are you okay? Of course not. I'm trying to be nice, but I'm just so disappointed because he wasn't what we wanted. So I was expecting him to at least act superb. You know what I mean? At least be a gentleman about it. And I feel so sorry for Becca. I really, really do, because you can tell this entire episode that he was not seeing it for her. He was not into her. Everything was Lauren. Even when his family told him that Becca K was the best choice, he was still trying to get them on Lauren's side. Like, why even pull Becca through this if you knew? Because I don't think all that stuff where he's saying that he's conflicted, I don't think that he was conflicted for 1 second. I watched all 3 hours, okay? I gave this show 3 hours of my life today. I watched all 3 hours and he was not conflicted at all. He wanted Lauren. Even when his mother, the woman that gave him life, said that Becca was the best choice, he still was thinking about Lauren. So I knew. And when he got down on one knee, I did not believe him. I did not believe him at all. And I felt so bad because Becca K was in it. She was in it. And my heart just broke for her because I knew. I didn't read any spoilers or anything like that. So I didn't know how the outcome was going to happen. But I knew that he was not into her. I knew. Let me see what y'all saying. Oh gosh, there's so many comments, guys. I'm trying to keep up. Yes, yes. ZZ98. Yes, we gave up our Monday nights for this. We gave up our Monday nights for a bachelor that we did not want. First of all, they gave us Ari. We were not into it, right? However, because we're dedicated, because Bachelor Nation is dedicated, we said we're gonna ride with this show. Then you give us a bachelor who is a demon in the heart. You give us somebody who we did not want, who was horrible to women, because I told you in my reviews, he's been horrible because he was sleeping with these women. He was, every woman that he cut, he was physical with them first, and then he's cut them. You know how confusing that is to a person? You're kissing all up on me, you're grinding up on me, you're doing all this stuff to me, and then you cut me the next day. I knew he was a snake. I knew he was a snake. I just didn't think he had the balls to pull something like this, especially when we didn't want him. Hey! Hey, Nelly Rose! I think that's MUAs for makeup artists, right? What's up, South Africa? I love you too! Yes, you know what? That's what I think too. H Strandy. I'm sorry. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I hope I am. But I do. I think because I have been hearing rumors that Becca K is going to be the next Bachelorette. After what I just saw, I don't think she's ready. I'm sorry. I don't think she's ready. I still am riding for TT. I do not think that Becca K is ready. That boy, like, he humiliated her. She was mortified when I'm about to start crying again. When she said, I felt like my whole future was taken away from me. Listen, I couldn't get myself together. I broke with that baby because I felt it in her. She had her life set before her eyes with this guy, and he just dumped her on national TV. Like, he wasn't even man enough to just be like, hey, you know what? Give her a call. Because this is a TV show, right? So, of course, the cameras are going to want to catch everything. But if you really felt for this girl, if you really were a good person at heart, you would have called her before and said, listen, I'm having doubts. I don't think I could go through with this. Can I meet with you on camera to talk about this? But I just want to let you know what's coming. Prepare the girl. Like, what woman wants to get dumped by your fiance on national TV? That's a shame. He is trash. I ban him from Bachelor Nation. Ari cannot come back. You cannot come back to Bachelor Nation. What he did to Becca K is unforgivable. I'm sorry. The thing about it is, I understand having doubts. Why get on one knee, bro? Why get on one knee and confess your love to this woman? Give her a ring. Why do all of that if you were having doubts? That's what I just don't understand. Like, why make a fool of yourself and humiliate her in the long run? I feel so bad. Let me say hi to you guys. What? So Grace Plus Bloom just told me that he proposed to her in November, broke up with her mid-January. This fool spent the holidays with her. He went through the holidays with her, went into the new year knowing he didn't want her. Wow. Men are trash. How dare you? How dare you? He knew at Christmas, he knew at Thanksgiving, he knew of New Year's Day, he knew when that ball dropped that he did not want to be with Becca K. Guys, I think I'm just baffled by the fact that it's just like, Ari, how could you? We didn't want you. We didn't want you. Like, how could you pull a stunt like this when none of us wanted you? And I can't even feel sorry for him because of how he broke up with her. And then to try to soften the blow with being like, oh, I told you that I was having doubts. I don't care what you told me. You proposed. So this girl is still thinking that you guys have a future. Terrible. Trash. Let me see. Let me say, hey, Avalon Park. You know what? I don't know if Ari is with Lauren, and if Lauren took him back, she's a fool. She's a fool. He took somebody else. I don't care if he was thinking about you when he proposed to another woman. You don't want a husband like that. You don't want that to be your future. If he proposed to somebody else and he was still thinking about you, that's an indecisive man. You want that lead in your life? Hell no. Hell no. Let me read these comments. Hey, Never TD. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. I get having doubts. It's a huge decision. It's for the rest of your life. It's somebody who you are planning to have children with. I get having doubts. My thing is, It's your show, bro. You're the Bachelor. You didn't have to propose, and also you did not have to break it off with her in front of those cameras. Why do it like that? That was so horrible. Like, why wait for the cameras to break up with her? And I understand that they're under contract. I honestly get it. But he had been with her, guys. I just found out that he proposed to her in November, so they had spent some time together. They obviously were in communication. When we saw that little video where they were traveling Machu Picchu or whatever, they had some kind of communication. I don't know, maybe they're not allowed to be seen out in public, but they obviously had some kind of communication for even Becca to say, oh, I knew you did tell me that, you were conflicted about some things. So they had communication. He did not have to break up with her in front of the cameras. That's all I'm saying. It says a lot about the kind of person he is. For him to, like, something so monumental, you wait for the cameras to get there so the world can see this girl's heartbreak. Trash dude. Trash dude. And you know what? Poor Becca K. She obviously has had experiences with terrible men, because I don't care how fine Ross is, the look on her face when she opened that door said everything that I needed to know about him. He mistreated her. I'm not going to say that he abused her, but what I will say is when she opened that door and she saw Ross, that girl was terrified. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, I can't listen. I don't like how Tia ended the show, but I just feel like she's entertaining. That's the thing. I want Tia for the Bachelorette because I feel like she's entertaining. I hope she don't pull an Ari stunt. But for me, I just don't want Becca K. I just feel like she's so broken, y'all. I just don't want her to go through this again. I just feel like she needs time to heal and really deal with a lot of things. Because even when she made that DIY memory book with Ari, and then she read him a letter about how when the day she met him, it was the anniversary of her father's passing. I'm like, Ari, even then you were conflicted. Then why didn't you say something? That's all he had to do, and he would not be in a doghouse with none of us. All he had to do was just be like, you know what? I can't make this decision today. I don't know if they get money for proposing. I did find out, one of you guys let me know that they do get money, an extra bonus or something for a proposal. So, I mean, if he was going after the money, I just can't. I can't ride with Ari. I've watched this whole thing through, and I was trying to be neutral about it. But the fact that he waited for those cameras, the fact that he went to the door and asked her if she was okay when he broke off the engagement, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. He could have even faked a tear to let that girl know that he cared. But then to just keep on telling her, oh, I'm in love with somebody else. Okay, dude, you already broke up the engagement. You don't have to let me know that you're still in love with the girl that you left in Machu Picchu. Trash. Yes, thank you, Batch Shad Crazy. Becca was just like, oh, I'm here for a happy couples interview or something with Ari. So Batch Shad Crazy just let me know the producers told Becca it was a happy couple interview for the finale. You know what? I hope they paid her handsomely. I hope they gave that girl every ounce of money that they have in the bank for this show. What they did to her on national TV. I'm a part of Bachelor Nation. I've been here since Rachel. I was here for Trisha and Ryan, but I fell off, okay? But I'm back, right? As somebody who is officially a part of this nation, Bachelor Nation, I don't agree with that. I do not agree. We did not have to watch that. We didn't. Y'all could have used some tact. Y'all could have used some class. Y'all really could have given that girl who gave herself to this show. Y'all really could have given her a heads up and prepared her for this. Especially, I just feel like poor Becca K, she's just been mortified by this franchise. Even if she was approached to be the Bachelorette, if I was her, I would say no. Because they bring back your stalker abusive boyfriend so you can get a reaction so the world could view it. Then they do this whole crap with you getting dumped on national TV in front of the camera. It's like nobody thought. I get it. It's a TV show. It's for entertainment. But nobody filming, nobody directing or watching from the sidelines thought, you know what, maybe we shouldn't film this. Like maybe just to, even if you don't care about Becca, just to keep the integrity of your show, maybe we shouldn't film this girl's heartbreaking. Get the aftermath. I will rock with you if you get the aftermath because it's a TV show. You got to do that. But I'm sitting here and I'm feeling terrible, right? I'm feeling guilty for watching this because at this point, I told you I only review regular TV shows and reality TV shows because I feel like a lot of it is fake and forced and plot line driven, and a lot of it is written. I'll do that. I'll do like a scripted reality TV, which I think The Bachelor is, right? However, when it gets to these real moments, that's when I check out because I'm not here to watch somebody's heart get broken. I wanted a happy ending like everybody else who was watching the show. And I'm telling you, when they were at the end and Becca was saying what her new name would be, I was all in. But I knew once they cut back to Chris Harrison, I knew it was going to be over for her. And I felt so bad. I felt so bad for that girl. Yes, Jess, I rebuke Ari in the name of Jesus. Oh, I love you too, Jacola. Yes, Rapoosh. I hope I'm saying your name right. ABC was wrong for that. Hey, from Bev with Love, how you doing? Nefertiti. Ari is bold for someone who has the personality of a sweat-soaked gym wreck. Yes, read him. Well, you know what, Sam Maurice 11, I do think that she may say that she's over him, but you have to realize she basically broke up with the guy or was dumped on national TV in front of the cameras in January. It's only March, and it's freshly March. The way she was crying, the way she was shaking, how emotional she was, for one, I just don't think she's ready. I really, really don't, because you got to think about the bachelors, the guys who will be coming onto her season. Watching that, it's the same thing with watching Rachel and Peter. That's why we all were like, ma'am, how can you marry Brian when you were crying like that over Peter? If I were a guy coming into this show who was serious about finding love and wanting to be on the show for her, I would have a lot of reservations about that. That would be a huge concern for me. Like, not too long ago, sweetie, you were crying over Ari and you said that you felt like your future was snatched away from you. How can you now see a future with me? Like, that's how I would feel. But, if they pick her, I'll be in it. I'll watch it, although I don't feel like she's ready. But I do want to see her progression. So I'll definitely tune in. But I don't feel like she's ready. Let me catch up. Hey, K0886. Karma will get him. Yes, it will. Avalon Park. Lauren met with Ari at a race some time ago because she has a pic. This is what I'm saying. He was engaged all the way up until he broke it off with Becca. He was seeing Lauren too. He is grimy. And Lauren is grimy for seeing a man who is engaged. Like, girl, he was engaged to somebody else. Why are you going on dates with him? Why are you accepting phone calls from an engaged man? That says a lot about her. You know what? They deserve each other. They both grimy. They both tasteless. They deserve each other. They deserve each other. Hey, J Pop Star. Oh, I'm drinking. I told y'all I'm on this vegetable diet. So everything I'm drinking is like super healthy, and I can't. My energy is high though. I have really good energy, although I'm like not eating what I used to eat. I'm drinking like a peach ginger pineapple drink. And I just got a juicer, so I'll be doing more like juicing stuff if you guys are interested in that. That's what I'm drinking, Jess. Ari is trash. Yes, he is. Hey, Boston, what's up? Hey, Florida. Hey, Virginia. Thank you, Vinces_Monica. I knew Crystal slept with him. I knew Crystal slept with him when she came back from meeting his parents in Arizona, and she was acting like she was the wife. I knew it. Because her energy changed. If you watch it from the beginning, Crystal was cute and giddy, whatever. Like, we knew that she was kind of here for the cameras. But when she came back from Arizona, Crystal was a totally different person. And I was like, Ari sealed the deal. He slept with that girl because she is moving and operating like she already has him. He is trash. He slept with so many of those women, knowing good and well that there was only one that he was really serious about, because I feel like because the producers have to craft the show, they left out a lot of him and Lauren because maybe it would have been too obvious. Because with Rachel's season, they gave us a lot of her and Brian, so we kind of already knew where this was going to go. So maybe they removed a lot of Ari and Lauren's interactions. So we were all like caught off guard. Like, how did Lauren make it this far? Like, what's going on? But I do feel like Ari was leading her on and playing with her like he was with all those other women. I just think that she was the one that he was just like, when this show is over, I really want to be with you. That's what I feel like would happen. But I don't think that Ari's ready for marriage. I don't think that he's ready to be a dad. You can't be ready to, essentially in a relationship, to be in a partnership, in a marriage with a woman and lead out at times, right? And also create a life and grow a life with someone if you're making these kind of decisions, especially at 36. Dude, when are you going to get good? Like, when are you going to start making good decisions? Like, how long are you going to wait? He's just not ready. He's not ready, because for him to propose to Becca, and guys, I watched it. I was just like, Ari, don't do it. If you don't feel it, don't do it, because I didn't believe him. I didn't believe him for 1 second. And when he got on one knee, I was like, you fool. You fool. You are not into Becca. You could tell by how he interacted with her. With Lauren, I was about to say with Lauren, I think she had his heart. Lauren never had his heart. She had his penis. That's the problem. Ari is attracted to Lauren, but Becca was the right choice, or the viewer's choice. I think he made the viewer's choice, and then he started to regret it, because I honestly believe that Ari never stopped communicating with Lauren. I think he was always in it with her. I think he was still speaking with her and talking to her. I feel like they were still having like interactions on the side, because how come all of a sudden you just make this decision out of the blue that you're in love with her? You have these feelings. You want to pursue something. You want to end this engagement with this girl that you barely talk to. Please. He was playing to both of them. He is trash, and he is banned from Bachelor Nation. I said it, and I mean it. Let me see. Hey, Rachel. Yes, Jess, the producers are messy. What's up, Newport Beach? I love you too. Thank you, Zizzy. He kept on telling Becca that he was in love with Lauren. I was like, shut up. The girl is crying. Her freaking mascara is running down her face. You keep on telling her that you're in love with somebody else. She gets it, bro. She gets it. He should have just left. He was terrible with comforting her. He did not do what he should have done. Horrible. Oh, really? See, I didn't watch Jason's season, so I didn't know that he first broke up with Melissa before. And I think that's the classy thing to do. I think it's the right thing to do, especially if you've had feelings for this person, or if you're just a good person. Like, why Ari waited for the cameras, I'll never understand. I'll never get why he waited for the cameras to end an engagement with that. Like, it's an engagement. You know what I mean? You're not just dating. Like, you got down on one knee and said you wanted to marry this girl. And then you make her think that she's coming for a happy couple interview. And even when he approached her, hugging her, how you doing, catching up with her. Why are you catching up with her? Why? Like, why are you trying to like buff your trash views and the way you're going about doing something? I really felt like he kept on doing things to make himself look better. He's a very selfish person. I've really figured that out through watching this season. He's a very selfish person. Terrible husband. You cannot be selfish and be a husband, honey, because it's not about you. It's not about you. It's about the family that you are supposed to protect and provide for. That's what it's about. But anyway, I just feel like he's selfish. I feel like he's heartless. He's terrible. Becky K, he did not deserve her. He deserved Lauren, because the fact that she was still talking to Ari while he was engaged to Becca K says everything I need to know about her. So upset. They did film Peter crying. That was a good one though. Because this is the thing. Peter and Rachel, we felt it. I felt like they were in it together. But the problem was they were both stubborn and they wouldn't budge. But I felt that love. For me, that was the real deal. I never, ever, ever felt like Ari was into Becca K. Never. Never, because he wasn't. He was into Lauren. I'm telling y'all, when I knew that Ari was into Lauren when they were walking through Tuscany, and he was doing everything he could imagine to impress her. Like when he jumped on that bike and he was like about to break his neck, he was just trying to get a reaction out of her. I was just like, oh, this is the one. I knew he was going to pick Lauren. Even when he got down on one knee for Becca K, I knew he was going to pick Lauren. I just knew it. I knew it, y'all. Oh, and I just feel so bad for Becca because I just felt like Ari didn't care about her, and no tea, no shade. I felt like the show didn't care about her. I get that it's a show and you got to do what you got to do to get the views. I totally understand that, right? But this scene, I felt like it's something y'all could have told us about. I felt like it's something that we could have had follow-up interviews. I didn't need to see that girl's heartbreak, and I didn't need to see her go through what just happened to her. Like, it was shock. Then you could tell that she was realizing what just happened. Then she went in the bathroom and had a whole breakdown, and then this fool comes and asks her if she's okay. No, she's not. She came to the show for Peter, and she settled for you, and you still dumped her. Ugh. Trash. Let me catch up with y'all. Yeah, I don't think that Lauren and Aubrey will last. I don't. Wait, Jess! He proposed to Lauren? Please tell me, guys, if I find out tomorrow on After the Final Row, I'm about to break everything in my room. If I find out tomorrow that this dude proposed to Lauren and she said yes, wow. Lauren, that relationship is not going to last. It's not going to work. You're going to be cursed because y'all started off on terrible, hollow ground, girl. Hollow ground. You better get out while you still can. Oh my gosh. I did. Yes, Vincent. I called it. I knew it. Yes. Watch me change in 2018. Yes, bring out your juicer, baby. Bring out your juicer. The summer is fastly approaching, and I'm about to be snatched. It is not a game. Hey, Toronto. What's up, Robin from Toronto? Oh my goodness. Hey, Chacola in Somalia. What's up? I love this. Hey, what's up? Hig Boo 3 from Chicago. What's up, girl? Wait. I don't know, I don't know if his pregnant ex left him. Oh, you know what? She did leave him. And that says a lot about him. I remember I talked about that in my review. For a woman who's pregnant to just be like, you know what? I don't want you or this baby. Like, something was up. Something was up with him from the beginning. And I feel like we just didn't get the full... I don't think the producers even know who Ari is, to be honest with you. I think what happened was... they wanted Peter. We wanted Peter. Something happened in a contract. I've been hearing a lot of things. I heard that Rachel shut it down. I also heard that Peter was asking for too much money and he wanted too much control, and he also did not want to propose. He wanted to leave the show with a relationship, but not a fiance. And I heard that the producers were just like, that's not the name of the game of this show. You have to propose. So I feel like that's what was happening. But I think that now that Peter missed out on such a good opportunity, he's probably going to say yes and do whatever he has to do. But I also think that after watching Ari, every bachelor now is going to walk very lightly with the L word. And they're also going to be very careful about this decision. And I think it's also really dangerous to put in a contract or to make people propose, because that's the name of the game of the show. I get it. But I feel like they would get more successful relationships if they take that clause out and just be like, you know what? We want you to leave this show with love. You know what I mean? And I get that the end game is for them to get married, but I think you should just cast people who are marriage-minded, who want to be married, who are at that place where they want to be married. I think the problem is you'll keep on hiring people who are 22, who are coming on the show for fun. No shade to Baby Becca, but I just feel like you have way too many people on this show who are just coming on for a good time, and you're not really getting the Tristas and the Ryans. They're the real deal. That's why they're still together. So I think they really have to figure out this formula in casting because they're going to keep on having these issues. I don't think that Ari was ready. I don't think that he was even thinking about being a bachelor. I think they called on him because the one they wanted fell through and they didn't have enough time to go back to the drawing board because they had to make a decision or announce him in like a few days. I remember they were announcing that they were going to announce The Bachelor on Good Morning America at some point, and I remember all that fiasco. And then I remember Reality Steve was like changing back and forth, and like at the last minute he changed it to Ari. He was actually right, and then Ari wasn't announced the next day. But coming to find out that Ari was the last decision. They were not thinking about him, but the Bachelor they wanted fell through. And I feel like y'all probably should have gave Ben Higgins a second chance, somebody else, because Ari was not ready. I think he just said yes because this is a great opportunity. You know what I mean? It puts you in the forefront. You get a lot of money. You get a lot of press. For people who want that, it's a good opportunity. So I felt like he didn't want to say no to this, but I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's ready to be a father. I don't think he's ready to be a husband. None of that. Let me catch up on these comments. Reality Steve talk with Ari. Ari's out. Okay. I didn't know that Avalon Park, the Reality Steve talk with Ari's actually had a lot to say. I'm going to check that out. Lori comes off like a blank slate of a human being. She does. Like, there's just no personality. And I think that Ari is just attracted to her. That's it. He is attracted to her. I don't think he's in love with her. I think that he wants to pursue the relationship with Lauren because I was watching this with my mom. I want to say this. I have made her a part of the Bachelor Nation because she watches this with me while I review them. And when I was watching it tonight, she was just like, he doesn't want Becca K. He doesn't want Becca K because Becca K is too independent. Like, not independent in a way where she doesn't want a partner, but she knows who she is. And she will check Ari when he does something wrong, right? And like she's the type of woman who will let him, if a man want to lead, she'll let him lead. But you're not going to lead her down a dark alley. She's going to say something about it. She's going to be like, oh, wait a minute. That's not what we need to do. Here's this. So she's the type of woman who you got to be a partner with her. You can't lead her astray. You know what I mean? Like, she has been someone who leads a lot in her life, and she needs a man that she can partner with and not someone who will lead her in all kinds of mess, right? But Lauren is a kind of girl who will just say yes and who will just go because she's a kind of girl who, no shade, there are women like this. There's nothing wrong with that. She's a kind of woman who wants to be taken care of. And I think that's what Ari wants. That's why he goes for younger women, because he doesn't want someone who will check him, someone who will be a partner. He wants to be the Lord overall, basically. And with somebody like Becca, it's a team. And Ari doesn't want a team. He wants to be the star, and that's it. And a woman like Lauren, no tea, no shade, will let him be the star. And as long as you are taking care of her, keeping her bundles full, and getting her a nice purse, she's okay. But that's not who Becca is. So that is the issue. Let me see. Who else has something? Safari, and he randomly dated a woman for 2 kids. Thank you. Safari, Boat May 4115. Yes, that was also another red flag for me because he dated that woman with 2 kids for 2 years and then just up and left. Like, Ari makes commitments that he does not keep. You cannot, I know that woman was just like, if you're really into me, let me know. Like, be serious about it, because I know a mother would never allow a man to not only come into her home, but live with her and her children for 2 years and act like a daddy and then break up with. Like, she had to have been reassured by Ari that this was the real deal. And it wasn't. That's the kind of dude he is. That's the kind of dude he is. And it's said that Bachelor Nation and Becca had to find out who he really is on the same day. Because, guys, I'm telling you, I wanted to be wrong. But when Ari talked about that woman that he lived with those 2 kids for 2 years, when he talked about how his girlfriend who was pregnant was just like, I lost a baby, I don't want to be with you, and never talked to him again. Those were red flags for me, because I'm just like, why is a woman who was carrying your child done with you? And you can just say, oh, I'm on the road doing a lot of racing. That was, to me, the PG-13 version, but I felt like there was so much more behind that, and he wasn't giving it. And then for him to be in a relationship with a woman, live in her home and play daddy with her kids, and then end it with her, I was just like, you weren't sure about that relationship before you moved in and played daddy to her 2 kids? He does stuff like that. Like Ari is the type of guy who does stuff that makes him feel good, and when he's not feeling good anymore, he's out. He plays with people's hearts, and he's not a looker to do something like that. Uh yes, Kay, I agree. Peter wasn't ready. Yes, Peter was being realistic, and I do appreciate that. Yeah, Ben isn't ready. I saw that in Bachelor Winter Games, Kay. He is not ready. Aries show Bachelor Nation, you can be the villain of your own season. Yes, Sissy. Like how is this your own season and we hate you? Like he can't do anything else after this. Like wow. I feel like this is the thing, guys. I think we would have been okay with Ari just not being sure. I think it's just the way he went about it. The fact that he admitted, one, that he was still in contact with Lauren. Also, he kept on telling Becca that he was in love with Lauren while Becca was crying on the couch in fetal position. He showed no remorse to this woman or her situation, and he waited for the cameras before he broke up with, before he ended their engagement. Like, it was such a brutal way to go about breaking this girl's heart. Either way, she would have been hurt, but if he would have did it a different way, I think we all would have respected that and just been like, you know what? We did see that he was falling for Lauren. You know, it made sense. I think we all would have agreed with him and kind of been a little upset, but it's just his execution was horrible. It was so cutthroat, and I'm just disappointed. Yes, Kay, he does love playing the field. Yes, Simon said Ari had the nerve to be boring the whole season and then start drama the last episode. Thank you. If you're going to be this villain, you should have been a villain episode 1. So we would have known what we were tuning into. You have the viewers tuning in, trying, like, if you watch my reviews, guys, you know I was trying to be partial to this guy because I did not want him as the Bachelor. I was really trying to find some good things about Ari because, one, to me, I wasn't attracted to him, okay? I didn't see it for him, right? And then he just had no personality. So I'm like, what is it that I can find redeemable in this guy to talk about so I'm not bashing him every episode because he's not the Bachelor that I wanted? Now I'm mad at myself. I feel like I should have been dragging him every episode because he turned out to be the trash that I knew he was. I knew he was. But here I go trying to be nice. Trying to be nice, knowing good and well that man was trash because I believed all of them little interviews with Bachelor Nation women talking about how he liked young college girls. I believed it. And why I believed it is because I don't think the producers did enough vetting for him because he wasn't the choice. He wasn't the pick. They had to get him in the end because who they wanted fell apart. So they was just like, oh, we got to get somebody. Let's get Ari. And Ari was available. They did not vet him. They did not vet Ari. Yeah, you know what, Jess? I am going to check out Ben's season, and I'm also going to check out Benoit. Not Benoit. See, look at me. I want Benoit to be the Bachelor, y'all. Anyway, Claire don't deserve him. Moving on. Juan Pablo. I'm going to watch his season because a lot of you have been telling me that was a really messy season. And he was another one who was a villain of his season. Alrighty. Let me see what else. You know what, Kay? I do know that some people may boycott the episode. I'm not. I'm going to watch tomorrow's episode because I want to hear Becca's side. I feel like she has been put through the ringer on this season of The Bachelor. From them bringing up her ex to her opening up herself in her family after her father passed. She did not have to do that, but she did that. And the way her uncle cried over her father, like, I was in it with that family because I felt like they were so pure and real, right? And then to get dumped on national TV, not just dumped, right? Her fiance waited for the cameras to get there before he ended their engagement. So I just feel like she just went through so much. You know what I mean? Can you, like, I can't even fathom, you know what I mean? Being in love with a guy, telling him I love him, having the man saying that he loves me, meeting his family, traveling with him, sleeping with him, you know, just doing all the lover stuff, and then to realize that he did not really love me, did not want to propose to me. He does not care for me. He does not care for me. He cares so little for me that he waited for cameras to arrive before he broke up with me. I would never, ever, ever, ever want to know what that feels like, because I feel like Becky K was just realizing everything at one moment, and it was just a lot for her to realize that he just never really cared for her, and to also make that realization while cameras are following you in every room. Wow, that's sad. I feel like Nefertiti. I feel like Lauren eventually got back with Ari because they're the same thing. I said it before. They are the exact same thing. And I feel like Ari is just such a narcissist that he just wants to marry himself, and he's about to do that. Good luck. Yes, Jess, I would be mortified. If you looked me in my eyes and said you loved me and there was never, yes, Jess, there was never any weight behind it. He proposed to her and he was still thinking about Lauren. Guys, like, just thinking about it, I'm hurt. I can't imagine actually living through that. That girl lived through that and we all watched it. And then she sat down on the couch with Chris Havison tonight and watched it again. I really hope they pay her well, y'all. This show put that girl through it. She didn't deserve any of it. She didn't deserve not 1 ounce of it. I felt like she got everything that Crystal should have gotten. Or got. Hey! What's up, Natasha from the UK? Oh, yes, Jess. It broke me too. Jess just said, it broke me when Becca said, what did I do? Guys, here I go reliving it. This is such a heartbreak. She kept on, like, she was just going through so many things, but when she was just like, what did I do? Like, I'm like, what did I do? I'm sorry. And she was apologizing to Ari, a dude who didn't deserve an ounce of her love. She was apologizing to him. Poor Becca. I'm telling you, the Bachelor producers, I really, really hope, I know it's a TV show, you got to do what y'all need to do, but I really hope, with all of my heart that y'all paid her well. I really do, because she gave y'all a show that she did not intend to give. She opened up herself and she was put through it, and she didn't deserve it. She didn't deserve any of it. Becca K was so sweet and angelic this whole season. She didn't deserve none of this. She did not deserve her crazy ex showing up, y'all paying and feeding this fool to show up to get a reaction out of her. She did not deserve y'all waiting for. This is another thing. This is the thing that bothers me. It's just so cutthroat. Y'all lure her to this place and tell her that you are doing a happy couple interview. I can't even. I'm so pissed off because they knew. They knew that this man was going to dump her, and they told her to come out to LA for a happy couple interview, having the cameras rolling, knowing good and well that man was about to break her heart. You don't need to get views like that, especially on ABC. That's supposed to be like this family-friendly, wholesome channel. Like, come on, I expect this from VH1, okay? Not from ABC. Highly disappointed. Highly disappointed. Hey, Nareen. I hope I'm saying y'all names right. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Batshit crazy. I think Bachelor Nation thinks the producers of Ari were really gross. True. And Becca being the Bachelorette will be the only thing to redeem the show. They'll lose ratings by choosing Tia. You know what? I'm not sure. I think I feel like Tia will be a good pick because, one, she's entertaining, and also I feel like realistically there's been enough time for her to heal from whatever she was dealing with Ari, although we all believed that she wasn't really into him. I feel like Becca was into Ari. I feel like she loved that man. She was ready to be his wife. And I don't know. I don't think that there's been enough time. But that's not saying that I won't watch it, because I do want to see her progression. I really, really do. Although I don't think she's ready, I will watch and support her because I want her to be happy. I really, really do. So I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted. We'll see. Yes, Jasmine, Danielle, the producers played the hell out of Becca K, and that was, I can't. It's beyond unforgivable. It's beyond. She just didn't deserve it. I don't know why they chose her to be the one to go through all of this stuff. I'm pretty sure she's not the only one. Oh, okay. Even speaking about it, I just thought of something. Lauren. Lauren had a crazy ex too. Why did y'all not call him and pay him? Did maybe he said no, but I'm just saying, like, why would y'all do that to Becca? Like, why would y'all bring Ross on the show? Like, and then play this storyline that he stalked the show. That's terrifying to me as a woman, that this dude was able to stalk production and then y'all mic'd him up and showed her where her room was. Like, that was so crazy to me. And I just feel bad because I don't feel like she deserved it. She just didn't. She did not deserve that. Ari did not deserve her. Ari does not deserve Bachelor Nation. I'm watching after the final rose because I need to hear him explain this because I don't understand his logic. I don't understand how he thought any of this was right. Like, I don't get it. Let me see. What else are you guys saying? I love that you guys are like in it with me. I'm trying to catch up. Yes, Nefertiti. Yes, especially with her losing her father. Like, guys, when she broke out that memory book and was telling Ari about her father and having those pictures, I'm just like, Ari, you knew, bro. Like, you knew at that moment. You could have said, hey, talk to the producers and just been like, I can't leave this girl on. I want to pick Lauren. I'm sure about her, but I feel like Becca K is I felt like for him, she was the viewer's choice. She was the choice his family wanted, but he knew. And Ari can't tell me that he was conflicted. I'm telling you, he may want us to believe that he was conflicted, guys, but his body language was so different. I felt like he was forcing a connection with Becca K, but with Lauren, it was just, he was so open and available to her. But with Becca K, it was just like, it was work. And even when he sent Lauren home and she looked at him and she was just like, why? Like, how could you do this to me? And he was like shaking and I don't know why, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, when you're in that state, you're not ready to propose to somebody else. I've watched this show before, and when the people know, they know. You know what I mean? When the bachelors are just like, I'm sorry, we just weren't there, and moved on and proposed to the one they really wanted to be with, that I've seen that. With Ari, I knew it. I knew that he was not sure. I knew that he did not want Becca K. I knew it, y'all. I'm telling you, from Tuscany. I knew from Tuscany that Lauren was the one that Ari wanted. And I was just disappointed. I couldn't even be happy when he proposed to Becca K because I saw how happy she was and I wanted to be in it with her. But I knew that dude was going to break her heart. And he didn't have to. It's like, dude, this is your season. You could have came out so better. Like, you just didn't have to do this. Oh, y'all. And I knew from when Becca, I knew from when Becca said to Ari that she loved him first, guys, she was like in it with Ari. He's hugging up on her and she says that she loves him and they start kissing. But when she said that she loved him, his eyes got big and he was like kind of shocked. And I was like, oop, he not here for her. He is not here for her. And I felt like Ari felt obligated to tell her that he loved her. But that's not how he really felt. I don't know, y'all. I really feel so bad. It really took me a minute to get myself together because one, I know y'all come here for the jokes and the comedy and the mess, right? And also, I just didn't want to be like that emotional. But if you could tell, I'm like still kind of backed up from like crying or whatever because I just felt bad for that girl. Like, for me, that was real. That was real. I know a lot of this stuff is produced. I watch Unreal. I know how it goes, but that was real. That was real, and I did not feel okay with that, and I feel bad, and I do feel like if she's the Bachelorette, they're just throwing her a bone because they feel bad, and they know that what they did was wrong. They know filming that was wrong, and it's just really unfortunate, but I hope they paid her wisely. handsomely, and I hope that they get behind her and really make her a star in Bachelor Nation. They need to, because she was put through it for no reason. That she was not a villain. Everybody loved her. She did not have to be put through what she was put through on the show. They should have treated her better. That's my opinion. Anyway, yes, K0886. I do think that's why I'm saying, like, I review this show because I think a lot of it is scripted. I just know, right? However, this final part wasn't. And that's what bothered me, because I felt like they could have given her time. They could have just told her, like Ari could have just told her what was going to happen and allowed her to be able to process it, allow her to be able to come with some heat and defend herself and really go, because you know, when you go through something emotional or you're in an argument or something and you're like caught off guard by something, you, after it's happened, you sit down and you're just like, I should have said this, I should have did this, I did all of that, right? I felt like they owed that to her, to allow her to prepare herself to come to this meeting prepared, ready to confront Ari. And she wasn't. She was just caught off guard. And I'm like, he's breaking her heart. Why is he given the opportunity to prepare everything that he was going to do? And I don't know. I just felt like he was given a leg up and she wasn't. Yes, it's The Bachelor, but he's breaking off an engagement. At least prepare the woman that he's about to humiliate in front of the world. But that's just me. It was, yeah, Kay, I do think it was real. I do think it was real. I don't think any of the, I do think that there are parts that are scripted, right? Like Ross. Guys, let's be real. That whole situation where Ross was scripted. It was scripted. The Bachelor is a multi-million-dollar show, okay? I know they have brought ABC $1 billion at this point. There's no way that Ross would have been able to stalk that show and not be arrested. There's no way. They would not have let him show up on set like that and then just give him a mic and show him where Becca K is staying. That was scripted. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think I talked about this in my reviews before. Reality TVs are allowed to get away with being called reality TV because the whole thing isn't scripted. It's basically scripted reality. So they take things that happen and they recreate them in the moment, or they craft a storyline. Like with Becca, baby Becca, she got cast on the show. She wasn't aware that her storyline was going to be the baby, but the producers were aware of that. So she was going around, you know, being fun and having a good time with Ari, dressing like Little Bo Peep and, you know, with a dash of Snow White, not really knowing that they're crafting this storyline for her. But while she's going along and having a good time with Ari, they're in confessionals talking to the other women about how young she is, pulling out, oh, she's too young for him, and all of these things to craft this kind of storyline for her. So that's what I mean about this being reality TV. There are a lot of things that are scripted, like with Ross. They talked to Becca in her casting, and she told them about Ross. They reached out to Ross and then created this, you know, drama for the show, because there's no way that he could have been allowed to walk up to set and not be arrested. Guys, like, no tea, no shade, not trying to puff myself up, but I've worked on TV sets before. It's so much security. You just can't do that. You can't walk up to a set and get mic'd and then, you know, have one of the producers usher you over to the talent. That is impossible. You cannot do that unless that is something already scripted. Now, although the Raw storyline was scripted for Becca, she didn't know about it. That's why I'm bothered. She was never prepared for any of the grenades that they threw at her. And I'm just like, if you're going to mistreat her like this in the end, just prepare her so she can be in on it. You know what I mean? If she's going to be humiliated, at least let the girl prepare for the humiliation, and they didn't. And I just felt like she deserved more. That was just my feeling of it. Yes, Grace plus Bloom. I do believe that Ari and Lauren are together. I don't think they'll last. I really, really don't. I think that, and this is what Ari gets, because Becca K was more into Ari than Ari was into Becca K. However, Lauren or Ari is more into Lauren than Lauren is into Ari. So what Ari did to Becca K, Lauren is going to do to him. Karma is going to come back and he is going to be heartbroken because that girl is not into him. I don't think that Lauren is into anybody, to be quite honest with you. I think that she's swept up in the moment. This show was a great opportunity for her. And I think she just likes the attention. I think she's somebody like Ari who just likes, being the center of attention. But I don't think that she's into him at all. I really, really don't. Yeah, I do. I have a bunch of questions, guys. And hopefully they'll get answered tomorrow. Call Me Tob says that Ari is the type of man who was like married for years and then claims he's happy only for his wife to one day come home to divorce papers. Absolutely. He is absolutely the kind of guy who would do that. He is the kind of guy that back in the day they called the Rolling Stones. Somebody who would just be like, hey, I'm going to the store and doesn't come back. And then like his kids like run into him 16 years later with a whole nother family. You know what I mean? That's the kind of guy that Ari is. Trash. Lauren is going to take Ari back. Jasmine, she's going to take him back, or she has taken him back because of the attention this will bring her. Lauren likes this attention. Yep, Ari did, Safari. Ari finally got his Emily 2.0. I'm seeing a lot. Yes, Robin. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Yes, Jess, she does not like that man at all. I hope I explained to you guys why I think the show, because I am seeing a lot of comments just saying that you don't think the show is scripted. I hope I explained it to you, what like scripted reality is, and that's what this show is. But I do think that there are real moments. I honestly agree. That moment with Becca K was real. That's why it bothered me, because not only was it, I don't have a problem with it being real. I just felt like it was, I just did not like watching her humiliation. And I just felt like she's opening up herself to this show. And I just felt like they could have did her better. Ari could have did her better. Ari waited for the cameras, guys. He knew. He could have told. Becca had been there. Like, this is the thing. When you come to set, it's a lot of hurry up and waiting. When you come to set, you got hair and makeup, you got food, you got people setting up cameras, you got people setting up lighting. So there's time. He was already there with Becca for probably 3 hours before they started filming and didn't say anything. He's trash. And I think because I know how it goes behind the scenes, I think that's why I'm bothered by it. But anyway, it's getting a little late over here, and I need to start working on my review for this episode tomorrow and just getting myself together. Thank you all for tuning in for my live. This was so much fun. I really appreciate it. And I thank you all for tuning in from all over the country. That's so awesome. What's up, Bachelor Nation all around the world? Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up so I can start working on this review. I'm going to try to get it up for you guys by tomorrow afternoon. But I edit these on my own, and it takes a lot of time. So I'm going to try to do my best, but I will upload this on YouTube tonight. So thank you guys for stopping by to talk about this terrible finale. I will be going live tomorrow after the final rose on YouTube. So if you're not on my YouTube, please follow me on YouTube. I'm at Nikki Star TV. I'm going to start working on my YouTube tonight and a little bit tomorrow so I can have it ready, because it's just a lot of work. But I'm going to get that up and be ready for you guys to talk about it as soon as after the final rose ends. So be ready for that. It's also going to be on West Coast time. I tried to get an East Coast feed for The Bachelor, but they don't have it, so you gotta deal with it. But if you're going to go to bed, it's okay, it's fine. I'm also going to upload that live on YouTube so you can watch that there. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.